Senator Sanders, I want to ask you, because I know you've been active recently on this issue and concern you have about Russian election meddling. Vladimir Putin was invited to the White House this fall. The Secretary of State says the invitation has not yet been confirmed. Do you think it should be withdrawn?
Look, the truth is it's hard to comment on anything that Trump says because he could change his mind tomorrow. But I will tell you that I was absolutely outraged by his behavior in Helsinki, where he really sold the American people out. And it makes me think that either Trump doesn't understand what Russia has done not only to our elections, but to cyber attacks against all parts of our infrastructure. Either he doesn't understand it, or perhaps he is being blackmailed by Russia because they may have compromising information about him. Or perhaps also you have a president who really does have strong authoritarian tendencies, and maybe he admires the kind of government that Putin is running in Russia. And I think all of that is a disgrace and a disservice to the American people, and we have got to make sure that Russia does not interfere, not only in our elections, but in other aspects of our lives.
Well, picking up on that note, because there is some responsibility here on both parties to protect themselves, it was one of your campaign staffers who went to the Clinton campaign and Obama administration to say there were concerns or suspicions here of Russians spreading anti-Clinton messages. How do you protect yourself in the next race against something like that happening?
Well, Margaret, that's a great question, and I don't think anyone knows all of the answers. But one thing we do know is that we need a president who is going to do everything to work with statewide officials all over this country to make sure that when people cast a vote in November, that vote is going to count. Congress has allocated money to beef up and strengthen the protection of our electoral system. The president has got to be aggressive in implementing that. And by the way, another area of concern about Trump is when he was asked, do you think that Russians are still meddling, still interfering in our processes? He said no, despite what Dan Coates suggested. So we have a lot of work to do, but the integrity of American democracy is at stake, and we have got to do everything that we can to protect the integrity of our elections.
How are you protecting your own supporters, your own office? I mean, does it come down to the individual? Or are you looking for Homeland Security to tell you what to do?
Well, we will take any advice, good advice that people have. But I can tell you that in my Senate office, we have spent time and money, as have other Senate offices, to protect the integrity of our information.